Hello and welcome. I'm Nihal Mirashi, Principal Solutions Marketing Manager here at Pure Storage, and I'm joined by Ryan Arsenault. Hey, Ryan.
Hello.
So we're going to take the next few minutes and talk about how Pure can modernize SAP environments. And I'm going to start with the big picture. So what you see here in the diagram is a typical architecture and very common in SAP environments. You have the different applications like S/4HANA, which is the ERP solution. You have BW for HANA, and then you have business technology platform and CRM. And yeah, of course, you might have many more applications. And you will always have the database SAP HANA, which is an in-memory database. So typically, you'll have the compute component and the memory component in this layer. And last but not least, we have the storage layer. Typically, a storage system that's got the volumes for the database. In this case, we're talking about the Pure Flash Array. And so monitoring all of this is typical management and monitoring solution. There are a lot of different vendors out there, and it'll keep track of the monitoring of the environment. Okay, so now we have the big picture. Let's talk about how Pure fits into this architecture.
Yeah, sure, Nihal, thanks. So obviously we want Pure Storage to be the persistent storage layer for your HANA database, right? So obviously you mentioned before, HANA runs in memory, right? You need to be able to persist that data though. Memory is not persistent. If the power goes out, you lose your database. Yeah. So Pure Storage Flash Array is that persistent layer for your HANA database, performant, scalable, what we want you to use for your HANA platform.
Excellent observation, Ryan. And I think when we look at some of the common issues when it comes to modernizing SAP environments, performance and scalability is the one that rises to the top as the most critical issue, right? You got mission critical applications like your ERP solution out there. And sometimes you run into this situation where organizations have legacy infrastructure and they feel it might be good enough to do the job. And I want to know from you, why is that not good enough?
Yeah, sure. So, SAP is forcing you to go to HANA, right? They're forcing you to go to their latest and greatest technology. You need to make sure you have modern, performant infrastructure behind that. Everyone tends to look at the memory layer for HANA because that's where your transactions run. But the storage layer is equally important to be performant because let's take a typical situation where maybe you have an end-of-quarter scenario or a retail scenario like a Black Friday where you're just doing millions of transactions in your ERP environment. Your storage layer needs to be able to keep up with that, right? Every transaction that goes into memory also gets written into the storage layer for persistence sakes. And those are synchronous writes. And if you do not have those performant, you can run into a situation where your whole platform can slow down. I actually lived in an environment as a customer of SAP's where the whole platform would shut down at end of quarter because there was just too many transactions coming in on that legacy infrastructure.
Yeah, great insights, Ryan. In fact, I was talking to one of our customers, a utility company, and they mentioned they made a move from their legacy infrastructure to Pure Flash Array for the same reason, right? They wanted to be able to get top tier performance and not be constrained when it came to scalability.
And they did that at the same time as moving to S4, so it's a really good time to look at it.
Excellent. Thank you, and we hope this video was helpful. Please visit purestorage.com/SAP for more information on our solutions for SAP. We have solution briefs, best practices guides, technical white papers, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for watching.